Hey, welcome everybody. You're joining the action here at Oakland, 1985. We are joining the Yanks A's replay game. I'm replaying the Yankees 1985 season. This is game 39, I believe. I will double check that. We're in the bottom of the seventh. The score at this point is Yankees 5 and A's 4. Now the A's had a 4-2 lead, but up came Ron Hassey with runners on second and third, and 2 out in the top of the fifth, and hit a deep drive to right field, and back went the right fielder Henderson to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 3-run home run gives the Yanks a 5-4 lead in the top of the fifth inning. We are in the bottom of the seventh inning. It's going to be Dave Kingman, who earlier in the game hit a 3-run shot himself, and it's going to be Kingman, Murphy, and Steve Henderson for the Oakland Athletics. 1985 baseball using Statis Pro, dice activated. It's a little bit different, a little bit of a different take. I'm using it just for this weekend, just to test it out. And I got it a little bit pretty smooth. I mean, smoother than the first game. Okay, so coming to bat is Dave Kingman, and on the mound is Brian Fisher for the Yanks. He relieved the starter, Ed Whitson. And that's going to be a 5, so that's going to be off of Fisher's card, and a 46. A 46 is a walk. So Kingman walks, and that's his second walk of the game. He's on at first, and that's going to reduce Fisher by 1. That's a 10. Next batter is the lefty swinging Dwayne Murphy. It's going to be off his 27, off his card. A 27. It's going to be a strikeout. Murphy down on strikes. 1 away. Next is Steve Henderson. Henderson on the day is 1 for 2. He flied out to the infield, singled, and then walked. It's going to be Henderson. We're going to see whose card it comes off of. And that's going to be a 1, so that turns into a 7. So it's going to be off Brian Fisher's card. And 86. That's going to be an out. RN. Steve Henderson is an RN, so we're going to pull this. And it's a GX1. So that's usually a fielder's choice. So if there's no error, it's going to be a 1-6 fielder's choice, and the throw back to first, not in time. So Henderson, 1-6, fielder's choice. Henderson is on at first. He will not attempt to steal. He doesn't have the legs for that sort of thing. And with 2 outs here, we have Mike Heath, the catcher. This is the PB number. It's a 7, so that's going to be off of Brian Fisher's card. And it's a 64. A 64 is going to be an out. What kind of out? Heath is an RN, and that's going to be pop-up to the infield for out number 3. So after 7 innings of play, the score stands at Yankees 5 and the A's 4. Now in the top of the 8th, we're going to be facing Randolph, Pagliarulo, and Moreno. Mike Warren is still in the game. He's still hanging on there with 2 points of reduction left. Now he only started 6 games, but has a heck of a card. Doesn't even have a hit on his card, so all the hits have to come off of the batters. He does have a lot of walks. So Willie Randolph, it's going to be off Mike Warren. I'm sorry, yeah, Mike Warren, 48, and that's going to be a W. A base on balls for Randolph. Randolph is a C base stealer, so he's going to play it safe. So that's going to reduce Mike Warren to 1, run around first, and that's a 6. That's going to be off Pagliarulo, left-handed batter, 33, and that's a deep drive to right field, and back goes the right fielder Henderson to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. 2-run home run. Willie Pagliarulo, and Willie Randolph scores ahead of him. Yankees now lead it by a score of 7-4. And I know that, and you know it, that Warren wishes he had that pitch back. And that's going to knock Warren out of the ballgame. Hallelujah for the Yanks. Because this guy, man, he made life miserable. So Warren is out of there. And in this game, we're going to bring in whoever pitched in this game at this point. Let's see, box score of this game. All right. This is, I believe, the May 25th game. Game number 39. Game number 39. And in this game, you had a guy named Kaiser Atherton. Kaiser is going to come in. Let's find him through the cards. I like showing when I go through the cards. Kaiser. Jeff Kaiser, he's a lefty. Will be pitching to Omar Moreno, who is also a lefty. Makes sense, right? So Kaiser is a relief rating. He has a relief rating of 17, whatever that means. I'm not sure exactly. He had 15 relief appearances. So Kaiser's in there pitching. I'm going to write him in. I don't have my colors. Oh, it's all too far away. All right, so we're not going to do any colors right now. Anyway, Omar Moreno, nobody out here in the top of the fifth. The Yankees lead it by a score of 7-4. Pagliarulo just connected for his second home run of the game, his second two-run shot. He's 3 for 4, so he's having a heck of a game today. And we're playing Statis Pro Dice. That's an 11, so that's going to be off of the batter Omar Moreno's card. And that's a 65. A 65 is an out. LN is a line and caught by the first baseman, Bruce Bochy. So it's L3, 1 out in the top of the 8th. And we're going to swing the order around. It's going to be the top now. It's going to be Henderson. Henderson is 1 for 2. He's singled. He's walked twice, then struck out, and then singled. He's got 1 stolen base, and on another occasion, the second baseman dropped the ball, and it was an error, an E4, so he reached second on the E4. So he's been active on the base paths, being Ricky being Ricky, if you will. All right, so it's Ricky Henderson. We're going to roll here to see whose card it's off of. It's going to be off of Henderson's card, and here goes. It's a 73. That's going to be in the out range, an RP. Pull a card for that, and that's an RP is a L5, potential error. Let's see what happens. I have trouble picking up these cards. That's where I went to dice, and it's going to be an L. What did we say it was? An L5. He snags it at third. Third baseman Carney Lansford. 2 out. Top of the 8th. Yankees lead at 7-4. Pagliarulo having a big day. He's got 2 two-run home runs and a single. He's driven in 4. And next is Bobby Meacham. Meacham is 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored. Bobby Meacham, the Yankee shortstop, been moved from the last slot to the second slot after, I believe, the Griffey injury. I'm not sure, but he seems to have been injured. I'm using actual lineups, and he disappeared from the lineup. Usually that means that he was injured. 1083 off Meacham's card, and that's an SN. And an SN is a G4 with a potential error. No error, 4-3, put out. And that's 2 big runs here in the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Hill, Griffin, and then top of the order, Collins against Brian Fisher. Actually, no, we're going to bring in a new pitcher now for the Yanks. Brian Fisher's gone long enough. It's going to be Rich Bordy. Bordy pitched in 48 games for the Yanks. Okay, Bordy. He's going to come in now. In the bottom of the 8th. He's going to pitch to Hill. So Bordy's going to be a 8. We'll put him to 8. And that's a 5. So that's going to be off Bordy's card. And an 18, and that's going to be line base hit center field for Hill. And Hill is on at first. Donnie Hill. Homebrew card, if you can see, I threw that together based on Tony Phillips' card, some information that I got online. Alfredo Griffin now. It's an 11 off Griffin's card, a 41 off Griffin's card. A 41 is going to be an out. SN, that's going to be a fly ball to right field, 1 away. And go to the top of the order for the A's. It's going to be Dave Collins, Speedy Dave Collins. It's off Collins, a 16 off Collins. And that's going to be a single to center. Stopping at second is going to be Hill. So first and second now for the A's. So the A's are threatening. They've got something brewing here. It's Carney Lansford. And that's going to be a 9. You can see that. A 9. It's going to be off of Lansford's card. A 55 is going to be an outrange RP. An RP. I don't know if I checked for the error on that earlier hit. I'm not worried about it. I do it when I remember. What was that? Oh, he's an RP. RP out is a grounded at first. That's a potential double play here. Carney Lansford's an OBRC, which is not that fast a runner. And if there's no error, it's going to be a 3-6-3 double play. Now, if Carney Lansford were an A runner, then he would beat that out. A or B would actually beat that out. So that's 3 outs now. Go to the top of the 9th. For the Yanks, it's going to be Don Mattingly. Mattingly, he's 1 for 4 today against Jeff Kaiser. The pitcher on the mound, he's a lefty. That's a 3, so that's going to be off Kaiser, a 45. And that's going to be a base on balls. So Mattingly walks. He's on at first. Reduce Kaiser by 1. Next is the right-hand hitting power hitter, Dave Winfield. That's a 4, so that's going to be off Kaiser. And that's a 68. 68 is going to be in the out range. He's an RP. That's a GX6. So that's usually a fielder's choice unless there's an error. And there is no error, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. 6-4. Winfield is on. And it's Don Baylor. That's a 3. That's off Kaiser's card. And 81. That's going to be an out. Another RP for Baylor. G3. This could be a double play. And no error, and it is 3-6-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Dave Righetti getting in the game. This is a potential save situation with the score 7-4. So Dave Righetti's coming in. We're going to get a chance to look at his card. Let's find Dave Righetti. There he is, Dave Righetti. He's coming in. Pitched in 74 games. Now, the bad thing about these original cards, they give you no data on the players. I just do it by memory, and I don't know all that much about it. It's going to be Bruce Bochy versus the left-hander Righetti. Lefty versus lefty. And Righetti is a 7, and that's a 6, so that's going to be off Righetti's card. And that's a 61 off Righetti's card. Is going to be in the out range. And Bochy's an LP. That's going to be a fly ball to center field. Yankee center fielder Ricky Henderson puts it away. 1 out. Dave Kingman. Dave Kingman had a decent day. He hit a 3-run home run and walked a couple of times. So he's actually 1 for 2 on the day. Here's a pitch from Righetti. That's a 10, so that's off Kingman's card. That's a 53 off Kingman's card. And that's going to be in the out range. RP. Here's an RP, and that's a G6. This is a potential double play. And there's no error. That's a 6, 4, 3. Oh, there's nobody on base, so it's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Thought there was somebody on base for some reason. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th, it's Dwayne Murphy. That's a 9. Roll the 9, so that's going to be off of Murphy's card. That's a 23. 23 off of Murphy's card, and that's a deep drive to right field, and back goes the right fielder, Winfield, to the track, to the wall. It's out of here. Home run, 7-5. And next is Steve Henderson, right-handed hitting, ex-Met. Steve Henderson. So we're going to reduce Righetti by 2. And that's a 1. That becomes a 7. So that's off Righetti's card. A 47 off Righetti's card is going to be a base on balls. So the tying run comes to the plate now in the form of Mike Heath. So we're going to reduce that another, and that's going to be a 6. So that's going to be off Righetti's card. An advantage for Righetti. That's going to be a 41. A 41 is a strikeout. High hard one got him. Game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Bottom of the 9th. And the final score is going to be Yankees 7 and the A's 5. Now the Yankees had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, no errors, and the A's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits and 1 error. And the win is going to go to Whitson. Whitson went 5 1/3 innings, and he was winning by a score of 5-4 when he left. He's going to get the victory. Fisher's going to get a hold, as is Bordy, and finally it's going to be Righetti in the end. He's going to pick up the save. So 2 holes. The loss is going to go to Warren. And Warren gave up, very interesting, because Warren gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks, 6 walks, 6 walks, 7 walks. So he gave up 7 walks in this game. But he also had some strikeouts as well. He got into the 8th inning. Gave up a walk and then a 2-run home run to Pagliarulo, and he was replaced by Jeff Kaiser. And he did strike out a bunch of guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he had 6 strikeouts in his 8 innings. And that's pretty much it for game number 39, May 25th, 1985. We are replaying the Yankee season. Game number 39. I have to input this data, and then we'll know what the win-loss record is for the Yanks. But they win one here, which is a good thing, because they lost in the game I played yesterday. So that's about it. It's as you can see, it's Status Pro Dice for these 4 games to see how it goes, and it's an experiment. Check it out, see if you like it. Now it does knock out CD and BD, but it doesn't really matter to me so much. So be it. Just testing it out. All right. I'll see you guys soon with another game. Set up another game now and see when I play it. Probably in the morning or maybe a little bit later. We'll see what happens. Take care, guys.